Alrighty.
Hi, this is Ryan with my fellow future rich marketers here. I'm hailing from Oklahoma City. We've got Natalie and Dawn from Florida. Corey, where are you hailing from, Corey?
I'm from Florida too.
Excellent. And Chris?
I'm in Florida too, man. We got a Florida team here.
Floridians rule the house. All right. Hey guys, we're here and we're with the Neo Network, and we wanted to come and talk with you this evening and spend a little bit of time with you to just kind of give you an insight into some of the things that we're up to, some of the exciting things that are going on, and our hearts are all aflutter because of all the hubbub that's going around the industry, and people are kind of secretly sneaking around seeing what we're up to because of all that buzz. And we wanted to kind of share a little insight into exactly what's going on. But did want to introduce Natalie and Dawn Norris once again. Say hi, guys.
Hola, amigos. How is everyone?
We are doing great. I know I am, and I know you guys are too. And we're slowly having a couple more people join our panel here, and hopefully here in a little while we'll have the master of Neo Network, Mr. Chris Gardy, join us shortly. But Dawn, tell us a little bit about that excitement and the buzz that's going on around our industry.
Well, it's a lot of good stuff. First of all, Joseph, welcome to the Hangout here. Melissa just popped on, and as well as Carol. We're filling it out here. Yeah, man, a lot of good stuff. I remember Stephen Hales, good friends of ours from England, had first approached and offered Neo Network to Natalie and I. And we were involved in a couple of other projects online, and you know, I'm looking at it, and he kind of gives me the concept behind it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really good. And then he said Chris Darty. This is one of Chris Darty's brainchilds, and so immediately it has authority. It has authority, and it has you know, it has credibility. And so we got to talking with Chris about it, and it was just a no-brainer. We're like, yeah, we need to get involved in this, and so we did. And that was, gosh, that was a few months ago, and where it was just in the beta, just in the very, very initial stages of it, and now it's growing, and it's growing up, and now it's starting to grow out, and it's really cool because. I don't know if you guys saw it on Facebook this morning, but Chris, he posted a screenshot from his AWeber account to where David Sharp himself subscribed to Neo. Now, I didn't say he joined Neo, but he subscribed through AWeber, checking it out. And you know, and it's getting a lot of buzz. It's getting a lot of buzz from some really successful marketers. Online marketers, and when guys like David Sharp, you know, when they're opening the door or looking through the curtains to see what's going on, then you know you're really on the right track, and you got some good buzz going on. So Natalie and I were just totally psyched, just really psyched. We've been doing online marketing stuff here and there, and we've had a little bit of success. And in one of our other ventures, but then you know we fell in flat on our face in others. And but I tell you what, in just the short amount of time that we have been involved with Neo Network so far and Wake Up Now already, it's just really exciting. I mean, I can feel the butterflies in my stomach and just looking at the possibilities of what this can do for so many people who have never really had the success. They've had the desire, they've had the drive, and the determination, but they've just, for whatever reason, they've just never really been able to get that success. And that's what I love so much about Chris and Jessica, is just their heart, is that they want other people to succeed. Bottom line. So we're excited. You know, we're excited to be a part of this with the rest of you guys, and we're just looking forward to seeing what's coming down the line.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Please, Natalie.
Oh, okay. Am I off mute? There I am. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Good to see everyone here. We are getting a lot of viewers. That's really cool. And we have a full panel, which as soon as I hear from Chris, oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. We're going to have a special guest here shortly. And as soon as we hear from him, it could be anyone, I'm going to go hang out with Don so that he can have a spot, because actually only 10 people can be on the panel at once. So this is great. I'm glad to see a full turnout here. And as Don was saying, we are super psyched to be involved in NEO with Chris and Jessica and NEO Network. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. And everything that's happening fast and good, and everyone is coming together as one big, huge team, and we're working together and helping each other, which is really the vision behind NEO, is to be unified and to be building together as one team. And that's really the message tonight, that we want to, have everyone remember and catch a hold of that vision, as well as all the exciting things that are going to be coming up, starting with the Friday night webinars, where we're going to be actually increasing people's income live on the stream. That's going to be radical. I mean, where do you ever see that and know that it's going to happen? Like, you don't even have to predict the future. It's just a fact. It's going to happen. So that's so cool. But, we got a great group of people here. I mean, we're at like 1,800 people or something in NEO. Is that right, Corey?
I believe so. With site being a little tricky the past couple of days, I don't have any actual figures, but I feel like there's at least 1,800.
There has to be more than that. It's just the energy is so, yeah. So I've been talking with everyone on the panel. Well, not everyone. Hi, everyone that I haven't talked to. But I've been talking with everyone else on the panel this past week, and I mean, I'm sure everyone in NEO can feel it. The momentum is building. This train is not slowing down. It's just getting started, and we are going to be going full force ahead all the way together to the top, and it just feels really, really good to be part of this. So I'm going to pass it on to the next person, and when I get a word from our secret guest, I will exit the window here and join my husband over there.
Natalie brought up a great point. What an incredible problem to have. Busting out at the seams, all kinds of people coming on board with all kinds of excitement and buzz going through the community. What I'd like to do is pass it over to Chris here. And Chris, give us a little insight of what your experience has been this last week or two.
Gosh, well, hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hey, this is Christopher Smith calling in and live to you from Daytona Beach, Florida. And I understand we got a lot of Floridians on the line, so awesome. Hey guys, I am so excited to be here. Really, all I can say is the vision of NEO Network is my vision. It's something that I've had in my heart for a long time, to lift people up, to see people going after their dreams and actually having a vehicle where they can make that a reality. Because I can't tell you what's been going on this last couple of weeks in my life is just like people knocking down the doors to get in, like literally, and they don't even know what the heck it is. It's the funniest thing. I had a lady signing up today with me, and she's like, I don't even know what this is I'm signing up in, but here's my credit card. It's like, it's awesome because you know why? I was talking to Chris Daugherty the other day about this, and it's basically, we were laughing about it because we're like, dude, we don't even have a funnel. We don't even have a capture page. We don't even have, a sales page that is really that great. But people are getting in because it's not so much about the marketing, it's about the message. And it's the message of NEO. It's something anyone who's been out there in the home business industry for any amount of time, or even people that are just looking to get in the home business industry, they want this. They want to know that there's going to be people to support them. They want to know that they're going to have the help in building a team. They want to know that, hey, am I going to be able to do this? Is somebody going to kind of help me? And, we always hear that in the industry. Yeah, we'll help you. Just follow the system. Just do this, right? Just make a list of your friends and family and get on the phone and call them. We all have heard the things. But yet, in NEO Network, we are actually helping you. I mean, we are building a team together as one team. And those of us that are great marketers and those of us that can create influence and can get people to take action and buy things, we're going to help those people that maybe haven't figured that part out yet. And that is unheard of out there, because usually if you don't develop those skills, you know, you're going to be struggling for a long time before you can make some sales. And, you know, people go through this business for years. I was one of them, where we end up spending so much money and not really making that much, you know, and you make a little bit here and then maybe you'll go months and not make any. And you know, it's just frustrating. And there's very few people I found that have that steel of character and that persistence to just stick through it in the midst of, you know, not making it for a long time. So we are so excited that we can literally create incomes overnight here. And we are doing that, guys. It's not just hype. We're literally seeing people that have never been able to make money online, like, have an income in a couple days. And it's awesome. I'm excited. We have just begun. You ain't seen nothing yet. So, guys, if you're not in yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Get back to the person that invited you. Get signed up now, because we got a major mass of momentum coming.
That's excellent, Christopher. Thank you so much for giving us a little insight into the excitement that you're experiencing as well. And what I'd like to do is kind of shift over to Corey Santo, who's heavily knee-deep in, or probably neck-deep up into admin stuff within Neo Network. Corey, we love what you do. We so appreciate you being there and being able to, you know, meet all the concerns and needs of the support and giving people direction. You're just phenomenal in what you do, and you know what? It would not run as seamless as it does without you, girl. So we're so appreciative to have you where you are at. You are at the right place, the right time, and what a godsend you are to us. So give us a little perspective, in spite of the madness that you're going through with the admin position, how your team is experiencing some tremendous growth and activity going on in the inner workings of your world.
Oh wow! Well, I can tell you, we've got one of them on the panel right now, Greg, and I didn't know him at all. I had no idea who the guy was, and I know I've been in the industry long enough to know that, you know, your sponsors don't pay any attention to you until you show something. You know, show them something, show them that you can produce. And this guy came on like a steam train. He got positioned under my second line, I believe, and the girl that's in my front line had never sponsored anyone, right? We had helped her get her first 3, and he happened to be in her down line, and now she has got the biggest line of my 3. And between him and Laura, it's just insane, absolutely insane. And I got to get the guy that's hanging out in my front line to start busting tail, or, you know, I mean, I got to make that 50% on that line. That front line's got to get busy. So, you know, I've never seen anything like it. I never dreamed that it would do what it's done. I have been in business with Chris before, and it was the first time I had ever created an income online. And when he, you know, had mentioned this Neo Network, I was like, dude, I am so not buying again. I'm not. I'm tired. I'm worn out. You know, I mean, because you know how these things are. You push and you push and you push and you push, and you do events and you talk to everybody, and you work tirelessly, and then you're lucky to get a sign up if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm one of those. I don't know what I'm doing. So for him to bring this, I was like, you know what? I'll give him a chance. He gave me an out. You know, he said, if this doesn't work, you can quit. So I was like, oh, dude, I can quit? I can stop all this madness of spending money and not making a penny? Chris said I can quit. All right, I'm good. And I tell you guys, in less than, I believe it was less than 15 days of being with the Neo Network, I'm now making more than my rent. I'm making more than my rent. And that is huge, huge for us, because we've had to, it's been tight. You know, we're homeschooling my son this year because they don't have the proper programs at school for his gifted status. So, you know, I have to be home. I have to school him here at home. So I told my husband, we're just going to be broke. we're just going to be broke, man. It's going to be them little packaged noodle things of rice for weeks. And Neo just came at exactly the right time. Exactly the right time. And to
Hey,
see
Corey.
this happening and the team going crazy like they are, it's been nuts.
Corey,
Yes.
you're not going to be broke.
I'm seeing that. I'm seeing
You're
that.
not.
And, you know, I still don't believe it, right? I still don't believe it. I go and I look and I'm like, I ask my husband, does that say what it says?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's what it says.
That's
Are
what
you
Dawn
sure
and I
that's what it says?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
I have to,
And
I
it
have to
wasn't
tell
through my effort, though, really. You know, I mean, I did pull some people in under my front line because I knew that was my job. And they just took it and just ran with it. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I was going to tell Corey's story real quick. I think it was probably not even 2 weeks ago, Corey,
Hmm.
that we were messaging back and forth on Facebook.
Right.
And I decided to ride my bike to the grocery store, and I'm like, dum-de-dum, I'm gonna, and it just like it was hitting me because I think that that time there was, you know, maybe I don't know, I don't know, it wasn't 600 yet, but it was.
Right.
I felt like it was right there, and I messaged her. I'm like, this is happening, and she's like, really? I'm like, really? She's like, well, I would be happy if it did this, and I'm like, girl, it is gonna do way more than that. And you're like, really? I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, that would be really cool. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And here we are less than 2 weeks later, and it's
It's
way
happening.
more. Yeah, I mean,
It's
even at that
happening.
moment when I was messaging you, it's more than I envisioned in this short amount of time.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. It really
It
is. It's nothing short of incredible. I tell you what, since we've got a loaded up panel, we've got a secret guest that's going to come on, and I think I may have alluded to letting them out of the bag earlier. But what I'd like to do is go ahead and go over to Greg for a few minutes, just give him a couple of minutes on the floor, and then we're going to ask people to start kind of dropping off the panel. Not to be rude or anything, but we do want to make room for our special guest. But
I
please,
think we
Greg.
might be, Ryan, I think we might be okay right now.
Okay. Well, we got Melissa. She developed some.
Natalie's going to drop off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll drop off if need be, but everyone's
Okay.
fine right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Please, let's go ahead and go with Greg. And Greg, give us some comments about some of the experiences that you've had the last week or so, if you got a minute.
Well, I do. Can you hear me all right?
It's breaking up.
We can hear you.
I'll try to get a new mic here real soon, but if you can deal with me, try to deal with me.
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
I will just say this, that I got into Neo Network, I think it was about 6 weeks ago, and I found an ad on Facebook, and I was like, okay, well, this looks kind of cool, join the Matrix. I like the Matrix anyway. And I was like, oh, okay, I have to put my credit card information in. I've never been really successful. I mean, I've done some SEO and internet marketing, website building. That's like my forte. And I've made some money that way, but like MLM, I've always hated it. But I was like, I got to try something different. I got to try this. And so I put my stuff in, and the moment I got in there, I was scared, and I was like, oh, God, what did I do? I gave my credit card information out, and I was freaking out. I was like, uh-oh. How do I get out? And I started typing in there, and I was like, how do I get out? How do I cancel? And Jerry Tabor came up to me and said, hey, trust me, it's easy to get out. And then Chris came up as Neo, and he said, listen, first, breathe, and then believe. And he said, I sent you a private message, and he sent me a private message, and it was fabulous. He basically said, look, I understand your concern. This is all new, but we're all here together. We're all here to help each other, and it's going to be awesome. So, you can leave if you want to, but I'd hate to lose you before you take a chance to check it out. So long story short, I stayed at that point because there was real people there. And then I kind of marinated for about 4 or 5 weeks before I realized what was going on. And then I came in and seeing all the stuff that you guys were doing, like with the launch that was coming up, and I started to get psyched at that point. And so I've never had this much success, but because the message is so clean and it's hope and it's easy to share and it's a pleasure to share, I've managed to pull in 18 people to Neo Network in the last 7 days, and I'm working on a few more today, and I'm just totally blown away, and I'm already in the 600 club, and that's a pretty big deal for me to, like, I got to prove my wife's skepticism wrong, and she's like, all right, well, we'll see about that, you know. But I'm pretty excited about it. I know it's going places like never before, and I'm stoked to be here with all you guys. Rock on.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Greg. That was great, man.
Thank you, Greg.
Love to hear those stories. They never get old, do they? I mean, when you talk about freedom, you talk about liberty, you talk about giving people more air to breathe. You know, you get that extra room to enjoy life and spend more time with your family. It just, there's nothing that compares to that. And so no wonder there's excitement running through our teams the way they are right now, because of the fact that they see the possibilities, they see the energy that's flowing, and so that's why we're encouraging everybody. Neo Network is great for people to get started with, because the network itself is free for the first 3 months. You get to pick from a couple of opportunities that we've got going on right now. We happen to be very hot and heavy into the second opportunity within our own personal group. Hasn't really gone public yet, and we're just having some dynamite success with it. And that particular opportunity, of course, is Wake Up Now. And there's 3 components to that particular program. Happens to be one of them that happens to be travel. You can get up to like 75% off of traveling within that system. There's a tax bot for people that home-based business people that like to keep track of their mileage, that has a GPS built in for smartphones. It'll track your mileage. It will also, you can take pictures of your receipts if you go out on a business dinner or something, and it will log all that stuff in your tax bot program. And then there's also a social commerce aspect of Wake Up Now, to where you can go and find particular stores and outlets, whether it's online or out in the community, that use this particular program and save a lot of money. But not only that, but you also get money back. You know, after you spent those discretionary dollars on things that you need anyway, and so that's a great component as well. Not even to get into what we're talking about here as far as building a team. That just adds a whole nother layer of excitement to it, which we've been thoroughly enjoying as well. So who would like to, Don, do you have anything to kind of counter on the Wake Up Now program?
Man, I got so much to say, but I don't want to steal anybody else's. We can, Joseph is rocking it out there under your line. His 3 already has 3, and then some more. So Joseph, you wanna jump in, buddy, and give us some of your wisdom and thoughts, and share with us?
Yeah, I've been playing with my little toolbox, and I don't think, can y'all see my name, or is it not showing? I don't know.
No, I see your flag, and you got your orange strip. We'll show you how to figure that out here in a little bit.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. This is actually a breath of fresh air. You know, I had a chance to talk to Nolan Ryan last night, and I call him Nolan. We had a good conversation. We were talking about, you know, the history of that we have in this industry, and how, you know, you can have success for a while and then you have no success, and the hard part about it is when you have those big days, you get excited, and then it follows with, you know, 30 or 40 not so big days. And what I found in Neo Network was instantly, of course, the income just started piling up, and I witnessed people that I know for a fact have who normally struggle with recruiting people and bringing people in. On my personal team, I witnessed them getting 2 people and 3 people and 4 people all in one stretch, and I'm sitting here like, wow, and you were worried about being able to get somebody. And I believe that's the confidence that's built from synergy and empowerment of a group of people that you know you aren't competing against. Because the reality is this: when you know that the burden is not completely on you, you can do great things. And that's what I like about this panel here, is all of our best comes out. You know, I read I don't know if any of you guys have read the book by Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One of the things he talks about is interdependence, and how interdependence is, it really makes our weaknesses not matter, because I may be good at talking and somebody else may be good at listening, and so, you know, while I'm talking, this person is listening, or I may be good at sponsoring and somebody else may be good at coaching. And so here we are, we're coming together. I can't really keep the people in, but I could bring them, and then somebody else can come in and they coach the people and get them up. And that's what we have here in the NEO Network, where we're actually building something that's so big and everyone is included. You know, I mean, it's good to live in a world of right, where no one is left out, where everyone has a chance, and it's not just a slim chance. And although we still have to give the income disclosure, we could actually give that income disclosure by saying it's a very slim chance that you won't make any money, because you know, because what we have here has never been done before. You know, and so I'm just excited about all the friendships that I've made throughout the network, and we're just going to do great things. I'm looking forward to seeing the smiles of everyone a year from now that's on this panel, and the people who are already inside of NEO, when even the people, because let's be honest, there are people inside with us right now that are just hoping that it works, right? Hoping that I just really hope this thing works, because when we're used to a letdown, and we're used to the bottom falling out, we're used to always coming up short, then we get close and it's like, well, I just hope nothing goes wrong. Well, I just want to encourage everyone to understand that it's normal to think like that, but watch this. A year from now, we're going to be in a place where I don't even know if we can describe it, and this is never going to stop. It's never going to stop. So I'm just excited to be here.
Again, it is. This is why we have this excitement rolling through our ranks, is because of the very things that Joseph talked about. You know, people that didn't have hope are now seeing the fruitions of just a little bit of effort taking off and burning like a bonfire, you know, and they're seeing success on their left and on their right, and they're being able to build and compound those efforts with the people around them, and it's growing. Let's go ahead and slip over to Joy, if we could, for a minute. Good evening, Joy. She hails from Indiana. Joy, are you muted? Are you there?
Give me a second.
There you go.
Muted again. Who did that?
Are we good? We hear you.
Oh, you hear?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, my microphone was red. Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh my God. And talking to everybody.
Your microphone's all jacked up, it sounds like.
No.
Do you have a headset, Joy?
Oh. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Okay. I had the little crash guy there for a minute, but he left.
Tell us what your experience has been like the last week or so, Joy.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is really happening. I am so excited, and to go out and help my team just get their business for free. I've been in so many team builds that we get nowhere. So just to see my people getting their business free, they're getting excited. And I tell them, don't get ahead of the game. Don't look at this big picture. All we want to keep doing is just helping everyone get their business free, and everything else will fall into place. If you look at that big picture, you panic a little bit. But when you see this person got theirs free, this person got theirs free, this person got theirs free, that is exciting.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's
Carol, is your mic opened up for us? Carol Kino.
Do we have a red mute button up in the top right?
Can you do sign language?
So she
You
can
can't
hear
hear
us.
it, girl.
I can do this one.
The red microphone at the top right. It's got a line through it. Click on that and see if that'll open up for you.
Maybe if you have a headset.
This just shows that you don't know how to. You don't have to know how to use the computer to make money here. It's
That's
great.
right.
Right.
That's exactly right, man.
Carol, sometimes if you have a headset for your phone or something, you can plug into the computer. Then sometimes that fixes the problem.
Still nothing. Yeah. Well, a few more things while Carol's trying to get her headset or microphone figured out. With the NEO network, what we want people to do is join there, get their first 3 months for free, so we can better communicate with them at that level. We'd like to have people in our Facebook group. It's a secret Facebook group, so once they join NEO network, get back with the person that brought you on board. So we can get you into our secret Facebook group, and we can communicate with you and with the team to make sure that everybody's up to date on what's happening inside the network. We also like sharing exclusive marketing tips and assignments, as well as answering questions in there that are related to the network. We've got people that are working on FAQs, and I've seen a couple kind of floating around. We're trying to build on that. I was one that was kind of working on something that got sidetracked on working with my team, and I need to get back over there and help with that effort too, so please forgive me. Also, they have a couple of videos in the file section in the secret Facebook NEO Network group. Check those out, and then look around in the Facebook group once you get inside and look for, if you have questions, try to kind of peruse through the comments that have already been made. Maybe your question's already been asked there. But for whatever reason, if you can't find your answer there, then please feel free to reach out, of course, to your upline, whoever brought you on board, and see if you can't get an answer there, or ask it within the community itself. So we're always wanting to make sure that we're able to help and reach out. That's part of what we do. We want to not only get a team that's getting results, but we also want to help with the guidance, and we also want to help with support. And we so appreciate everybody stepping up to the plate and being able to help out in that endeavor. Carol, let's go back to you and see if you've had any success. Has your mic opened up any?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Has your experience been with this particular program in the last week or so?
Oh, it's just been really exciting. Of course, Ryan, with what's been going on inside of NEO and inside of Wake Up Now, I have been online myself for 4 or 5 years, and I've tried different, products too. And when Chris was creating this, I was really excited knowing that we would come together as a community, because that's what I was missing myself, and I could see that that would really improve, people wanting to stay in the companies and the opportunities that were before them. So we've had tremendous success already, and it's only been a week. People are excited. I have my front line already in there. I have 3 people, and we've got more people coming in. So, and the generosity has been just unbelievable from everybody. So I'm like everyone else on the panel tonight. I'm just super, super excited. And like Joseph said earlier, we've never seen this, and there's just going to be a bubble that we're going to keep bursting through, like in the Matrix. It's just going to keep bursting more and more bubbles, and people are going to continue to join with our excitement and really see that for the first time, many of us are making, like thousands and thousands of dollars inside of this network. So I'm very excited to be here, and I thank you so much for putting this together tonight, Ryan, for us. And for now, that's it.
Well, thank you, Carol. It's always great to have you on here. It's always great to talk with you. Always great to hear your excitement coming across to the people here that are interested. What's this NEO thing all about? You know, what's going on in the network? How are people, you know, growing from this opportunity? And is it real? Don, I'm going to lob it back over to you, buddy, and see if you've got some any interesting perspectives that you want to add in when you've been listening to these people kind of giving their insight into their experiences this last week or two.
You know, I'll just say a couple of things. One of the things that kind of jumped out at me tonight, Joseph was talking about one of the books that he's reading or that he's read. I think it's
Seven Habits.
Yeah, the 7 Habits.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing is that he's reading, and that's something that Natalie's always read. I never liked to read. I always read in high school and college because I had to, and you know, and usually it was the Cliff Notes. But over the last several months, I've been reading, and you know, good stuff for my brain, not just you know, interesting science fiction stuff, which I normally like. But I would say as we're all just getting in on the front part of NEO. This is just gonna continue to grow. It just is. It's just, you know, once in a while you come across something really special, and it continues to continue on. And this is going to be one of those things. I just know it is in my heart. So as we grow, we've already probably experienced a little bit of this when we've had people trying to sign up that we've given our links to, of the system crashing, bugs in the system. Several people here on the panel are working very, very hard, putting in a lot of hours behind the scenes to get NEO to the point to where it is a smooth running machine. And it's getting there. It's not quite there, but it's getting there. And so all I would say is just everybody just keep your minds in the right place and be fresh. Put some good stuff in your brain. Good stuff in is going to bring good stuff out. And that's something that I can certainly attest to. One of the books I'm reading right now is Psycho-Cybernetics. And it is totally changing the way I think about everything. And I'm an old dude, and I'm stubborn, so to get me to change about anything is pretty remarkable. But it's a really, really good book. A book that Natalie is reading right now is, was it Millionaire Mindset, sweetheart? I just looked at her over there. I can't hear you, so I still can't hear you.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. There you go. So it doesn't matter what you read. There are a lot of good books out there. A lot of good brain twisters. You know, to where when I say brain twister, it's just twisting your brain back around to where it works right and where you're thinking right. And so I would just say that, you know, NEO is making this easy for a lot of people. But at the same time, while it's doing that, we need to be working on ourselves and getting our minds in the right direction to where we are continuing on what Chris is initiating here as far as putting ourselves behind other people. And to me, that's the whole message of NEO, is we are taking the self away and we're building up other people. So when Natalie and I recruit someone into NEO, we look at our downline and we say, where do they need to be plugged in? It would be real easy to throw another, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th line on us, but that's really not the purpose here. It's you know, we're looking at our downline and we're saying, okay, you know, we need to fill a hole here, and that's the whole purpose, is putting others before self. And when you do that, it's just gonna help everybody, and it's just gonna build a community of people who appreciate each other. And then that way, when things don't go as smoothly as technology allows it to, then we're okay with it, because we know it's going to get worked out, and we have a positive outlook on it, positive attraction, draws in positive thoughts and positive energy. And then when we have that positive energy and we throw it back out there, then it just makes life so much more pleasant. So,
not only that, but it becomes infectious. It starts to spread and throughout the community. And when that occurs, then you have growth going on all around you, and that's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
An effective leader is able to have those touch points in other people's lives and not just keep it stored within themselves. And that's exactly what we want. We want it to permeate throughout our community and help these people grow. I happen to be going through a book, 12 Pillars. It's a real thin, real quick read, easy, but it's packed full of Jim Rohn and a guy named Chris Widener. It's just a little novel story, but it's got so much stuff in there that's just great for building with your personal development, and it's a great story as well. But when you were talking, Don, about how things are kind of seamless within the community, and then we've got some hiccups along the way that we've been kind of touching on, I wanted to kind of kick back over to Corey and see what we could do to help make her life a little easier if it were to come to a problem as far as maybe support. Do we turn this into support? Do we not turn it into support? Just for the people that are already in the community. I don't know if Corey wants to touch on this. Maybe just lightly, if there's a couple of things that a couple of tips that we can give to the community.
Well, yeah, I've actually I've obviously got a team putting together an FAQ, which it should help. The first thing that anyone can do, or you can direct them to do, is look at the FAQ. Because 9 times out of 10, the first thing that people are mentioning is that their link doesn't work, and it has to do with the security of the, the HTTP. If you remove the S on the end, it's going to work every time. If that S is there, then it's not going to work for someone who is not already a member of NEO. And another thing that goes along with that, that some of the new members may not know, is when you look at your own link, you're going to see your page. You're going to see your profile information. You're going to see everything. But when that link is sent to someone who hasn't necessarily joined yet, it's going to take them to the join page, which is Chris's video where he's talking about whatever the stuff Chris talks about to get people to buy stuff. And then it's going to have the sign-up page on the side where you enter, your information, or like Facebook, put in your information, and fill out the credit card information for the 90-day free trial. So just make sure that you realize that you don't have to put in a support ticket telling me that you see your own stuff on your page. It's all good. It's all good that you do, because that means you're a member. So you just tell everyone else if they want to see their stuff on the page to join. So that's the biggest thing that we have right now, other than duplicate accounts is fun. And the biggest challenge with that is everyone needs to know that when they do sign up, or if they're signing someone up from their own computer, is to be logged in to whatever account that person is under in Facebook. Log into Facebook first under their account or your own account, and then go to the NEO website through their link to join. And then you won't have any problem with a duplicate account. So those are my handy tips for today.
Excellent, excellent. And the biggest one there, I think, is that HTTPS. Remove the S to make sure you get to the right place where you need to be and you don't have security problems.
Yes.
That's excellent. Natalie, we're coming back to you, girl. Are you ready for a little more imparting of wisdom? I think you're muted, hon.
I mute myself so I don't, interrupt, and then I forget that I'm muted. So you don't have to remember a lot of stuff either to make money online. But Corey, again, we're all just so appreciative of you, and we want to, really, I don't know how we can show how much we appreciate all that you're doing for the network.
You guys are amazing. The fact that you guys go in the room and help everyone, that takes a huge load off of my workload. Chris has allowed me to get 2 more people into the support ticket area, so This is like super exciting for me. So
Yeah, that's really,
we're going to
really
be
great.
taking shifts, and I'll be able to cook dinner now with my family. It's going to be great. But you guys just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You're breaking the system every stinking day. So keep that up. Keep that up.
Awesome.
Yeah, we all have to hang in there. There are going to be some glitches. We are growing like crazy. I mean, hundreds of people are coming into the network every day. Hundreds. I mean, that blows my mind. But I was talking with Chris earlier, and along the lines of admin stuff, I wanted to get this out there before I forgot, which is, Don and I haven't experienced this kind of success online. We've been online for a few years, and we have a little bit of success in some other things, but nothing like this. I mean, it's like we all agree, it's mind-blowing. We actually look at each other many times during the day and go, is this really real? Is this really real? Are we in the like? Where are we? Is this real? And we like pinch each other and stuff. But along those lines, I got really, really excited, and I built a Facebook group for our team. And after I did that, I was like, why did I do that? We are a team. Neo is a team. This is the team of Neo. So, along those lines, we're all going to be contributing in the same group on the Facebook page. We're all going to be there for each other and helping each other and answering questions for each other and building each other up and bringing people into one group of Neo. So the Dawn and Natalie quote team group, you're not going to maintain that. We're going to maintain one group as a team. All of Neo is a team. And there he is. And we're going to turn it over to Chris because he can say everything way better than me.
What are we talking about? I don't even know.
We are talking about,
a massive,
how awesome this is.
movement. That's right.
Yeah.
I talked to Natalie a little bit earlier about what you guys were doing, and I think it's great. Obviously, that you guys are stepping up to be leaders inside the team. But we had discussed, we are a team, right? Neo is a team. Someone came in the group, I don't know, a week ago and said that they were prospecting somebody and trying to get him in Neo, and they asked him, how many people do you have on your team already? And I said, well, you got about 1,700 people on your team, right? because the whole point of what we're doing is that, I lend my strength to you. You lend your strength to me, and together we can do so much more. We're looking for leadership. We're looking to get behind our leaders, to promote our leaders, to help our leaders break ranks and create incomes, and create stories. But I don't know if everyone breaks off into segregated groups. I don't know who the leaders are, right? Because they're doing their own thing somewhere else. I don't even know what's going on. The only way I'm going to know is if they're, in where we're all at, and taking care of business and helping out and being the the change that we need, being the person that they want to work with. So anyways, I don't know. You probably guys had a long discussion before I showed up. I just got here, seeing the link, and was like, oh, they're doing something. Let's see what's going on here. I'll just pop in here and say hi. I guess we're live, huh?
We are live. We couldn't fit everyone on the panel that wanted to be here, so we had to kind of go live.
Right.
And we talked about, everyone kind of shared their story. Ryan's been kind of hosting it, and everyone has success stories. They're amazing. Corey touched on a little bit of tips for helping support out, and then I just kind of briefly touched on, the fact that we jumped the gun and made a Facebook group for a team when we are a team, and the light bulb went off, almost immediately after I made that, and so I wanted to make the announcement, because when the group goes away and everyone's going, well, where is the group now? Well, it's over there at the NeoGripade group,
Right.
We're all there and we're all hopping.
Right, and that's really what is the asset? What are people joining? What is the value that people get when they join Neo? Right, when they join the Neo network? Well, there's a lot of things, obviously, but I think one of the major things that they get is you, right? They get you, they get me, they get every one of us. We are people that really are concerned for the well-being of our members. We want to see people succeed. That's why we started this thing, right? It's not all about us. It's about everyone involved in what we're doing, and if we don't allow everyone that joins our team benefit from the skills that you bring to the table, that I bring to the table, then we lose value. So I think the more people that we can bring in the network that have different strengths, different skills that can contribute, the stronger we are, the more the more valuable we are. The more people want to join us, obviously. You know what I mean? Because what else can you do where you can have people like us basically doing everything that we can do to the best of our ability for everyone. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen anywhere. So I'm just happy. I know that everyone on this panel, is a leader. You guys have stepped up and said, you know what, this isn't just about me. This is about the people. This is about the stories. This is about people reaching their dreams and living their dreams. And that's obviously why I decided to start this movement that you guys have continued to promote and to build. And your visions become my vision. My visions become your vision. And I'm just super excited to see the kind of people that we're attracting, right? Because they're people that have our same heart, right? That aren't just in this just to, make a bunch of money off other people's backs, drive a Ferrari around and flip give people the finger, right? That's not what we're about, right? We want, we really want to see people's lives improved. We really want them to live a life of freedom with no limitations, to be able to do the things that they were created to do. We all have gifts and talents and something that we can contribute to the world, right? We are a gift from God. We're a gift to each other from God. And a lot of us, we've been stuck in a place in our lives where we really can't use that gift. We don't have the time or the resources or the freedom to be able to give our gift to each other. And what we want to do is focus on being able to get people to the income levels that they need, to where they don't have to worry about it anymore. They don't have to think about it as much anymore, but they can focus on what they're here to do. So anyways, I don't even know who's watching this or what we're even doing here, but I'm glad you guys are here. I'm super excited about what we're doing here coming up these next couple months. Starting this Friday, we're going to be creating income stories live on camera, right, publicly. Bringing people up to certain different income levels, breaking ranks, and just changing people's lives. We can't have any better proof than to actually do it live right there. We'll log in, refresh your bag. Oh look, now I'm making $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, whatever. It's gonna be awesome. So anyways, I'll be quiet. Whoever's in charge over here, go ahead and take over.
Chris, thanks so much for that insight, and we could not probably agree with you more than being a unified team, and I so appreciate the graciousness that you've afforded us to do just that very thing, being able to guide us in a direction of unity, because that's so important when you're working with this many people to have a one singular message, one singular focus, and one singular vision, one track to follow. And when you do that, you have clarity within the group, and it's not a mixed mash of everybody thinks, well, I think I can change this a little bit, and you get all these splinter groups and things like that going on. And so thank you so much for helping solidify that oneness. We are all one of the ones. Absolutely. And you know, it creates that unity and also the clarity within the group. Basically, why we wanted to come on is to basically voice things like that, and then kind of share some of the results that some of the people were having, as well as some of the experiences, personal experiences that people have been having. Also, I mean, like last night, Melissa Herndon posted a story that Christopher LeBlanc, you know, played an important part in somebody's life that was basically, for all intents and purposes, homeless. Except on weekend they spent some time in a hotel room, but they've been like that for 7 or 8 years. And to have an opportunity that this particular community, Neo Network, has afforded, you know, this new opportunity to open up for this particular individual, just life-changing. And it's just stories like that that I'm hearing. And I just love to be a part of a community that's able to afford that to its members, with other people just reaching out, helping out in all kinds of different ways. But that's just one of the many ways that we're able to be influential and touching other people's lives in a positive manner. And that's what we wanted to not only instill in other people around us, but just let people know that we are real and we're here to stay, and we've got a vision and with a singular outlook, and we know where we're going. We have guidance, we have direction, and we're getting real results, and we do have the support to back that up. And so thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's just an amazing vision that you had that's come to fruition here, and for the things that are coming that you've talked about in the last couple of days, you know, in the next week, in the next month, and then the next year. It's an incredible vision, and we're just, all of us are just thankful just to be a small part of you know, your vision, and we just so appreciate that very much. I'd like to go over to Christopher, and Christopher, what little insights and tidbits have you just picking up from some of the discussion that's gone on?
Oh man, good stuff. I just want to say how grateful I am to be here with all you guys. And Chris, awesome vision, man. Like I said, it is. Our vision is your vision, and your vision is our vision. And you know, I was just telling my wife something today, guys. Many of us have been planting seeds for many years. You know, we've been planting seeds of personal development. You know, we've been reading the books, we've been listening to the audios, we've been going to the seminars. And, you know, some of us have had some results. You know, I've had some good results over the years, but I've also had times where, like many of you had mentioned, where I fell on my face a few times, and where I went for, you know, months without income. And, you know, and yet I've always been planting those seeds. And what I realized, what we have here at Neo Network, is that confidence. I've literally, I told my wife, every single person I've talked to so far, I've had 100% close. Every single person that I've talked to about Neo has gotten in. And that is what's going on. And the reason is because I had those seeds in me. And the Neo is the fertilizer, guys. The Neo is what, it gives you that confidence where you all of a sudden know that you're not alone. I think Joseph had mentioned that. It's like that synergy. You're not alone, and all of a sudden you become this giant. I was chatting with one of the other members earlier, and they were saying, hey, you know, something about some of my results or something, and he said, you know, oh, that's great for us little guys. It's encouraging. And I told him, I said, there's no little guys here. There's no little people.
That's right.
There is only sleeping giants. There is only people that have not yet woken up to realize their potential. And you guys are all the fruit of that. All of us have been planting seeds. We've been plowing the fields. We've been watering it. And those seeds have been taking root. And this is, the Neo Network has allowed us to see all of a sudden this life come forth for us. So this is just the beginning, guys. We are going amazing places. We're going to break 10,000 members. Chris, I think we're going to do it in less than 90 days. I know you said 90 days. I'm thinking more like 60 days. We're
You know what's crazy? Originally, I did say 2 months.
All right, cool.
Then I put it out a little further just in case.
We're gonna do it, man.
But I think
awesome.
we can. Absolutely.
So, this is the right place, guys. Just share the message. If you guys
All right.
are watching this right now, recording, don't be afraid. I know there's some hesitation. I know some of you might feel like, is this too good to be true? Because we've all heard that, right? If it sounds too good, it must be, you know. Guys, this is good enough to be true. I think Greg said that, right? And the Facebook. This message is needed. It's timely. People are receptive to it. Just share the message, share the vision, share from your heart, and people will eat this stuff up. People will pull out their credit card, and they don't even know what they're joining. So that's all I have to say.
No, I think that's absolutely true, man, and I know that's been the case. I mean, I've been talking to people every day in the network saying, man, you know, I've never been able to recruit this easy. You know, I was talking to Natalie, and she's like, you know, I've been trying to sell this $25 thing, whatever, and it's like a struggle to sell this $25 thing. But then I talk to people about Neo, and it's like, and it's $100, you know, to get in Neo. Then it's $100 to join the first opportunity. And they're just like, okay, cool. You know, where do I sign up? Let me give you my credit card, right? Why? Because of the message. Because what we're doing is completely different, and also because our members, because of the message that we have of freedom and hope, and that, you know, we actually care and we want to see people succeed. We're not just here for ourselves. It frees them up to be open, honest, passionate, compassionate, and get out there and really, really know that when they bring people to the Neo Network, they're actually helping them, right? They're actually putting them in a place where they actually have a chance of success where they wouldn't have anywhere else. So I think the reason, you know, one, because the message is so strong, right? People see. I mean, what's crazy and hilarious, and I've been saying this for a while now, is the only thing people see is this ghetto video on the front page of Neo that I did literally last minute. I didn't think through really any of it. I just started talking. It's crazy, right? It goes on for like half an hour, 45 minutes of me rambling about whatever. Then I'm like, so you should just get in. And they just get in. You know what I mean? There's no capture page, guys, right? No capture page. We've added 100 members a day for the last 7 days, for last week. Yesterday, I'm sure we would have, but the darn server's acting crazy on us, I'm sure it slowed down some under 100. But we've been steadily adding 100 people a day for last week without a capture page, without a fancy smancy sales video. Why? Because the message rings true in the hearts of people. They know it's true. They felt the same things I felt. They felt the same things you felt. They felt bad about promoting stuff because they know that 97 or 99% of people out of 9,900 people that they sold this to actually will never make any money, right? And after a while, realizing that, you start to feel funny about promoting it, so your confidence goes down, and you can't really recommend something with passion like you could before, when you were just in the oblivion of thinking, oh, everything's great, it's all perfect, and we're just gonna make $1 million, everyone do it here, and you realize, well, that's not really true. Then your confidence levels goes down, your conviction goes down, and you can't really sell stuff like you can when you know what you're presenting, what you're promoting, what you're offering someone has actual value and has the potential to really, really change their life. So I think it's awesome. Like literally, I mean, I know people in the network that they're just not the best marketers, right? They've never been really extra persuasive. And I know they've been in a lot of stuff. I mean, they've been in my stuff, you know what I mean? And they just haven't really done well, but they're killing it in Neo. I mean, they're bringing in more than 2 people a day, Some people, I can't remember, was it, I don't know, it was Greg or somebody was like, I can't, they brought like over 10 people in a day, and I'm just like, what in the world? So I think it's awesome, and like you said, it's just the message resonates with people, whether they've had success or not, right? Because if they've had success, they know where the reason I started this is because I got sick of seeing my team struggle. Everyone that's successful in this industry, after a couple months of having success, and then they start to look around and look at all the people on their team, all the people around them, it's a struggle to deal with the fact that most people fail. You know what I mean? It's a struggle. So we're actually trying to change that here, and that that resonates with the people that have had success, and the ones that haven't. Obviously, they hear the message and they're like, oh wow, people actually working to help each other be successful, to the point of if they need help recruiting, we can help them with that, right? If they're trying, right? But if they just want the lottery ticket, we're not really interested, right? We're going to keep building the team and keep filling in underneath each other. But who are we going to reward more than anybody? The people that give what they got, right? And it doesn't have to be what I can give, right? It's just what you can give. That's all we ask. We just want you to play your part in the team, whether you've been in this thing for 10 years and you're a pro marketer or you're not. We don't care. As long as you do what you can, we take care of the rest. So, anyways, I'll let that go to someone else again. Great point, Chris. Great point. I love that Sleeping Giants thing. That's awesome.
Hey, I want to say
so
something.
True.
You said we're trying to change it. We're not trying. We're doing it.
We are.
I was going to correct him on that.
It's happening.
I was going to correct him on that.
Come on, get your language right, man. You're our leader.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, the proof is in the panel, and I know tons of people that are watching that are already seeing income happening,
Absolutely.
seeing people being put underneath them, and if they're not there yet, they'll be there soon,
Right.
because it is happening. It's real. It's really happening.
Absolutely.
Like, even as we're talking right now.
Right now.
I so appreciate those comments, because you know what, there are a lot of people out there that don't have hope, that have tried working with products that they know that they don't have faith in, and they know are kind of baseless and pointless, and yet they think that this is the only hope that they have, is struggling with something that they don't really believe in, and this Neo Network is a place you can plant your flag, you can drive that stake in the ground, and because you know that you're going to be able to help people, you're going to be able to give them instruction, you're going to give them a direction to go, and we're all moving in the same direction. And I so appreciate the fact that we do have this vehicle called Neo Network that we can all come together at and work in accordance with a unified vision. So I mean, it's an amazing thing. Anybody have any last comments? I think we've covered a lot of things here tonight. I just want to I'm honored to be here with everybody here on the panel. Let me go ahead and say this real quick. If you're on the YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe, whatever channel you're on. Hit like, all thumbs up, and be sure to get back with whoever brought you to the dance. Even if it's somebody that's talking about getting into Neo that may not be in Neo yet, but they're saying, I want to get in, I'll get you my link, and I'll be right back. Go ahead and work with that person. You guys start, fan that little flame of a fire there, and get it going with the person that brought you here, and work with that person. If anybody on this panel brought you to the dance, then please work with them. But by all means, let's do this in a meaningful way. Let's be courteous to one another. There's no reason. There's room everywhere within this community for growth. So please feel free to do just that. Get back with the person that brought you here, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it on down the line for any closing remarks that anybody else may have. Don?
Yeah, I'll jump out there. I had to switch rooms because I was about out of juice, so I'm a little darker tonight. I'm gonna pump my buddy up, Ryan, up just a little bit, just because this community and this idea that Chris Daugherty has just let blossom out of his heart is it really is an example of who these guys are down here on the panel. And I know a couple of you guys have gotten to know you through other business opportunities. But most of you, I really haven't had the pleasure of really getting to know you, and I'm looking forward to that. But I do want to share one little story about our general over here, Ryan. and I hope you don't mind me sharing the story about you. But I don't know if you guys remember a few months ago, a big nasty, I think it was an F4, might have been an F5 tornado. That it was an F5.
Yes.
Yeah, F5 tornado that ripped through Oklahoma City. I think there were several tornadoes actually that day, but the big one just ripped right through the heart of a suburb of Oklahoma City. And our friend here, right here on the panel, his house was wiped out, just absolutely wiped out. Pretty much lost everything. And we've been hanging out on a hangout through another opportunity for a few months, and we were all really worried about him. And I saw him on Facebook one day, and this was just like literally a day or two after the tornado turned his life upside down. So I just jumped in real quick, and I was just like, hey buddy, I'm praying for you. I'm glad you and your family's okay. Is there anything we can do for you? And so he hopped on real quick, and he said, no, we're good, we're healthy. He was like, I tell you what, I can't really talk right now. I'm about to go back down to ground zero and help some other families out trying to find their stuff. And that really touched my heart, Ryan. I really thought that was really cool, because here's a guy whose family's home just got obliterated. Yeah. And he's concerned about his neighbors and about other people. And that's the heart of leadership. It starts at the top. And Chris, I believe this came, this starts from your heart, and I don't think it's a coincidence that you attract people Absolutely. Like this who are more concerned about others than self. And that's what I was saying earlier this evening, that the spirit of this business, this Neo Network, is taking the self away and putting other people before us, and that's the gift. That's the beauty of it, and that's why this business, this Neo Network, that's why it's going to be successful, and it's going to continue to grow. And like you said, we don't have a funnel, we don't have a capture page, we don't have a fancy video, professional video, but we're attracting people, and it's not because it's just a really cool brand, Neo, the Matrix, which is really awesome. But it's because it's the positive attraction. Right. It's because it's coming from our heart, and that translates beyond a funnel page. It translates beyond a video, beyond a Google Hangout, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, and that's why it's going to be awesome, and it's fun. And it's going to be successful because we get to see people's lives change. We're seeing our lives change, and we're getting to see other people's lives change. So I just wanted to share that, just to kind of let you guys know what kind of leadership Chris is bringing in to this business, and I love him for that. So I love Ryan for what he does and the heart that he has for other people. Yeah. So that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, Ryan is awesome. Can I share something?
Of course.
Yeah, I know. In order for Chris to be able to put this together, he had the idea in his mind a long time ago. I'm sure it wasn't 3 or 4 months ago, whenever it happened. But the other day, I was talking to a young lady at the church that I go to, and she was expressing that she had run into some problems, financial problems and everything. And you ever been touched by somebody, and you want to help them so badly, but then you look at what you have, you look at what you currently have, and it's just like, dude, I mean, I want to, but I really just can't. Well, this particular time, I couldn't say no, but looking at what I had, I didn't have anything. But I remembered what Paul said in 2 Corinthians 9. He said, look, just whatever it is that you made up in your mind that you're going to do, just do it. And when you do that, he said, I'm going to make sure that all the grace abounds to you, so that you always will have all sufficiency in everything, so that you can have an abundance for everything that's good that you want to do. And so this Chris is the testimony that 2 Corinthians 9:8 is happening for you, just like it happened for me, because I wanted so badly to help, And what was interesting is the very next day I was able to call her and tell her that the exact amount she needed was being deposited into her account because I made a couple of phone calls, you know. And here's Neo. I mean, there's no way in the world that Chris can sponsor 1 million people to 1 million people. But guess what? All of the abundance for every good deed, because he decided I'm going to do it anyway. Chris, just real quick, how many times did you hear that this wouldn't work before you ever put it out there, or did you not tell anybody?
They still tell me it won't work.
They still tell you.
Like, that's funny.
But here's it's working, yeah. And here's the cool thing about it is that there could be 1 million people who disagree with it, right. But there's nothing more powerful than 2 people coming together and agreeing about something good, right? And we've already got a few thousand people agreeing.
Yeah, right. A lot more than 2.
I'm trying to tell you, man. So this is good stuff, and I'm just excited watching this unfold and watching all the lives that will be changed. I mean, I just think that that we're creating economies here, and when you create economies, you stop reasons for crime, right? People start dreaming bigger, start grabbing those things that they let go of a long time ago, and start living higher and believing higher. And then all of us, we have a message that we want to bring to the world that goes beyond money. And what better way to do that than to fix the problems and to fill the voids they have right now? So, God bless y'all. This is good stuff for me.
Absolutely. And that's really what this whole network's based on. It's giving.
Yeah.
You know, the Bible, you know, Jesus said it's more blessed to give than to receive. And you know, the purpose of us working to begin with, we all think it's all for ourselves, but it's not. The Bible says that we're supposed to labor and with our hands the thing which is good, that we may have to give to him that needeth. Right? We're supposed to be getting to give. Right? It's because it's more blessed to give than receive. It really is. So we should be striving for that. We want to have more. Not for what? Not for ourselves. Although obviously we need to be taken care of. It's great to enjoy life. You know, God wants to bless us and have us, you know, enjoy the things that He's given us in life. But it's even better to be able to give that to somebody else. And that's really what this whole thing's based on. When we first launched silently, right, in beta test mode, you know, over 3 months ago, you know, that was the exact, you know, time frame where we were actually finally able to fulfill the desire that we had for the last 4 years to help our church family, you know, be able to have a place to assemble after the fire happened to our building. And you know, when we launched Neo Network, you know, just to our private teams and lists, you know, I mean, we recruited, I don't know, 700 people in a week or whatever, and we placed them all underneath each other, not just under me. I had just a core group of people under me. We put everyone else underneath everybody else, underneath them, so that, you know, I didn't get the amount of commissions I would have gotten had I recruited them all to myself like I had done in the past, because that's what I was taught. That's how everyone else does it. You know what I mean? You know, I gave away over $100,000 in commissions by doing that. And when the opportunity to buy that building for our church came up, I didn't have the money, right? I didn't have the money, and I had just given away over $100,000 in commissions. But because I did that, I believe that opportunity came up, right? We were already looking at that building, and we were planning on putting an offer in for it. We were just kind of slowly saving up some money to have enough to make a cash offer, and God sped the thing up, and He said, you know what? Let's just get this taken care of, because you decided to do something for somebody else and give what you have to other people. I'm gonna make it a little easier on you, right? We're gonna send this thing to auction, and you're gonna get it for half of what you would have paid for it. right? Not only that, I'm going to let you come up with over $100,000 within a month's time after you won the bid. And you know, I mean, that stuff, it doesn't just happen, man. Like,
Right.
that ain't normal, right? If you it's stuff that you write, that you read in what you would think would be a novel or something, some kind of fictional thing, but it really just happened, right? And stuff
Right.
like that happens in my life over and over and over and over and over, because I learned a long time ago the principles of giving and receiving,
Right.
and our whole network's based around that. So you want to get in on something supernatural, right? You want to get in on something that is unexplainable. You want to get in on a movement that, you know, there's a phenomenon. There's no other explanation for it than something is going on there, and we just better get in it, right?
Right on.
You know what I mean, you ever seen God Bless Something?
Yeah.
You want to be in on that. Trust me, okay?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's awesome, dude. Glad. Thanks for sharing that. It's a
Yeah.
blessing. So I'll end my story there.
Any other final comments from anybody? I love how this is kind of drawn out, and we've gotten into some really heartfelt stories here. And I so appreciate, and I'm humbled, honestly, by the stories that other people tell, and you know, people sharing like this, because this is what draws people together and does create that community that ties everyone into that oneness. So this is how people out there, if you're thinking about Neo Network, if you're wondering what it means to be one of the ones, this is it right here. This is ground level for us, and this is where we, like I said, this is why we've driven our stake into the ground right here, is because of sharing common bonds like this. Anybody else, please feel free. Okay, Corey.
I am tapped out. I am so tapped out. I love you guys so much. I don't even.
Amen.
I can't
It sounds
talk
like
anymore.
church.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Natalie.
Oh, well, you know, what can I say that hasn't been said? I mean, this has been a life-changing experience for Dawn and I, and I'm just really thankful that we're here, and this is the right time to be here. And if you have any questions about being here, you've heard it all tonight. If you have any more questions, you can find any of us on Facebook and talk to us, and we'll hook you up. But you don't want to miss this.
No.
You don't want to miss this.
Joy. In 30 seconds or less.
Chris, I just wanted to say thank you, because a lot of people have a vision, but they don't follow through with their vision. And to take that step forward and literally implement that vision, you can't tell me one person can't change a generation. Because it went from one person to one person to one person to an army.
Right, and we're all one.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Carol, are you out there, sister?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I want to address Chris again, because, you know, he had this vision, and today I was getting earlier, you know, my people perish without a vision. And he took the vision that he saw and he's brought it forth. It's been manifested, and here we are tonight. So, again, I just give kudos to Chris and to his lovely wife, Jessica, for, you know, like laboring this until it's been birthed. And here we are. I'm so excited that I'm part of this, and all the people on the panel tonight, I thank you so much for every, you know, bit of wisdom that you brought forth about what's happening inside of Neo Network. And I feel the love in here too, and I think, again, that's what we've been missing, is real true love in the industry, people really caring about one another, and not just lip service, but actually being a doer of, you know, what we've all set out to do, and that's to be, you know, successful in whatever we do in life to where we are today in this journey. So, again, I'm very grateful, and I too am very humbled to be here tonight, and I thank each and every one of you.
I love you, Carol. You're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Greg, parting comment?
Yeah, Chris, I just want to say too, you know, when you give Jesus the glory, when you give Jesus the honor, he's going to bless you, and that's why I'm here, because you were bold enough. And I said, what the heck? Who does that? Like in a Google Hangout, like for a whole bunch of business people, and I'm like, this has to be the right place that I need to be. So that just needs to be said, and there's a lot more people coming like me, I guarantee you that. Thanks for what you're doing, and thanks for being bold and courageous about that. And that's pretty much all I got. I'm stoked. Let's do it.
Chris, you want to put a bow on it?
I can't help to be who I am. You know what I mean? And,
Well, amen for that, brother.
So, amen.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want people to do. We want them to come inside the Neo Network, and we want them to be the person that they are meant to be. We want the very best person that they have within inside themselves to emerge within our community, and we want you to be able to affect and touch lives out there with your personality. Everybody's an individual, and we want to hear from you. We want to see you emerge as a leader, and this is a perfect place to do that very thing, is to you know, expand your horizons, make a decision, and do that very thing. Make a choice, and let's run with this. We're running together. We're locking our arms, and this is a team that you can be proud of, and we're all blessed to be on this panel, be with this group, be in Neo Network as one individual movement, and we want you to be a part of it, because without you, we're missing somebody. So please, feel free to jump on board, ask questions, ask anybody on this panel once again. Please like and subscribe to this particular YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Anybody else? I think that's it. That's a wrap.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank you.
See you guys on the
Thank you,
inside.
everyone.